taking a look at success as far as young footballers are concerned and the issues of multiple agent. Well, a UK-based company, ASQ Training, and the Nigerian fraternity are ensuring that the development of footballers are indeed taken seriously, and have launched an application for a Level 3 certificate in football intermediary qualification to train and support budding football agents and players. The ASQ Group and company of renowned football intermediaries and players representatives John Viola and Philip McTaggart say Nigeria is blessed with abundance of talent. Adeosun said that there are lots of football agents in Nigeria and Africa, but unfortunately, majority have no proper experience, coupled with bad reputation due to unscrupulous activities of a field. John Viola told TVC News that the vision is to help African footballers fulfill their potentials at the highest level.
I tell you why I'm here, because there's unbelievable talent in Nigeria, and I've seen at the ASQ tournament, I've seen some fantastic players, and without any doubt, they just don't have a pathway. They need to try and get to Europe, and that's what we're doing here.
Indeed, John Viola, who indeed managed players like Moore, and indeed tried ensuring that Roberto Carlos gets that dream move that never saw the light of day, moving from Real Madrid Football Club to Chelsea Football Club. But then that didn't see the light of day. Well, I've been joined at the Sporting Time by Samson, who indeed is in Nigeria at the moment to indeed take a look at ways of developing football managers in the country, and let's see if this will indeed bring something different. Well, Samson, let's take a look at the ASQ and the new initiative to ensure that footballers or agents, are indeed well trained to scout the best of players. What's this all about? Share the dream with us.
Well, good afternoon. We are here to be able to empower not just players, but even agents as well, and even scouts as well, to empower them to be able to achieve their dreams or goals, either to be able to play in Europe or to be able to complete a transaction on a player in Europe. Now, the main issue that we've got is, just as Mr. Kazim has highlighted, we have an issue of people chasing money and not success. Success is what brings, good business. And also managing these players. Lots of players end up in the wrong side of the world, not because of anything, it's just because they are desperate to play. And because of this desperation, they end up in countries where they do not understand, and they are abandoned by their players, or by their agents, sorry, who are the ones who made the transaction into, into these clubs in Europe. But what we are here to do is to educate the agents. Because once we start educating these agents, they understand what their responsibilities are, duty of care, how they look into racism in some part of the world towards this player, how to manage the player portfolio. What if the player, has an injury? How does it continue after football?
Samson, let me interject. I understand that Dayo is standing by via Skype. I'll come back to you. Dayo is standing by via Skype and he joins the show, from London, as we indeed take a look at this dramatic move whereby you have facilities in Nigeria to test, the success level and the distance covered by a footballer on the field of play. Dayo, it's nice to indeed have you, and we're taking a look at the new ways ASQ is ensuring that Nigerians get trained on the pitch and off the pitch. Dayo.
Good afternoon. I'm Dayo Adeni, and thank you for having me. What you talked about is what we call the player tech. And that's one of the things that we introduced into our recently concluded tournament in Ilorin. We brought the player tech from the United Kingdom here to use so that we can capture all the details of all the inputs of the players while they're on the field. It generates the heat map, the distance covered, the speed, the movements of each player, that weighs the player tech. so that it, you know, for the when you want to present a player like a total package for after the player gets scouted, it is not just gone are the days that you have maybe videos and then a lot of talk. People want to see data, they want to see facts. So one of the good things with the player tech is for us to be able to get the data of the player easily, so that more than just talk, we'll be able to present something down that is tangible, that will be seen by people and be appreciated. So that's what that is for.
Well, Dayo, you're spot on. I must say very big thank you. You made mention of presentation of, datas, of the players. And I would come back to Samson in the studio. Samson, why is it that football clubs in the Nigeria Professional Football League are not queuing into this? If you're talking about players, distance covered on the field of play, making the job easy for coaches, agents, and all that, why is it not being, a regular feature in the Nigerian Professional Football League?
Well, the Nigerian league is not. I'd say it's information. Information is everything. And this is part of the things that we brought to Nigeria. A lot of clubs are not informed to understand that, you can compare players. So if a good example, Raheem Sterling, they just played for Man City. They are also on this player tech, where you can compare what a player in your league that's playing the same role as Raheem, you can compare both of them, and that helps as well to be able to see where your player needs to improve. It's just a lot of people tend to understand that we are in a digital world now, and we need to sort of embrace technology. And that's part of the reasons why we brought it into our tournament to start with.
Well, Samson, I must say very big thank you for being a part of the show. Indeed, let's leave football back home in Nigeria and take a look at what happened last night at Anfield. Liverpool's dramatic penalty shootout victory over Arsenal sealed their place in the quarterfinals